Hey, how's it going? Trying this new game here called Factorio. I've been playing it for a few weeks at least now, since the ARC transfers have been down. And it's on PC, so I've got a whole different setup here for trying to record. And this is a test run. Hopefully it's working. But yeah, check it out. This game's really different. It's ridiculously well polished compared to ARC. It's like they're obsessively meticulous about their code. Like it's very well coded. It's insanely well optimized. It runs crazily well. It's not even it's not even like an official 1.0 release yet, but it runs way better than like any other games I've played for decades as far as like stability and bug free and just it's like a total different kind of environment from Arc, where the game on Arc has a fun design, but the implementation is terrible. The implementation on this game is incredible, and this is one of my bases I've been working on. It's pretty far in. Like I've started. First, I started with this bus here. This is called like a bus design, and I got it all the way to a rocket. Hopefully, this is recording well because I'm recording this on a pretty dated computer right now, and you can see the game is still running at full FPS while I'm recording, so hopefully the recording is also running well because I can't really tell. Um, yeah, check it out. It's a really long base. This goes all the way to the rocket. I saved blueprints of most of these setups. Like most of this I came up with myself and made blueprints. And then I did a speed run to try and get no spoon. There's a there's an achievement for doing a speed run within 6 hours or 8 hours or something like that. Yeah, 8 hours. And this was basically my planning run to plan for the speed run. So I basically came up with pretty optimal, easy to build, uh, you know, low tech, um, blueprints here for each of the sciences. Saved them, and then I load. I ran a speed run. Which one is it? This one. Yeah, this was my speed run. I basically laid out the same blueprints, tried to go as fast as I could, tried not to overproduce the sciences, but I did by a pretty wide margin anyway, and launch it in time, actually. This was a save I made right before the launch. Should be ready to launch. But yeah, this game is amazing. I really like it. You can spend hours just tinkering with these designs, and it's like, it's afterward it doesn't feel like you've just it's I don't know, it's somehow it's quite unique. It's a very unique game. You can launch a rocket. Look away if you don't want spoilers. So yeah, I'm really loving this game. It's a totally different type of game from Ark or GTA or any of the other games I've had on the channel, but there's something special about it that's just really unique. Yeah, that was my speed run. See, uh, this is one of the hardest achievements to get. And let me get out of here. But yeah, lately I've been working on a new thing. So this is my main base that I mostly play. The speed run, I just ran it for that one goal to get the speed achievement. This one here I'm playing without. I'm playing with mods. You can play with or without mods, and it keeps separate achievements for each. That's probably why I just got an achievement, because when I did it previously, it was without mods. That's a vanilla run. But yeah, this one has mods, and it's got a lot of really cool mods. Like I'm on an alien planet, sort of. Like this is not part of the normal terrain set for the game. It's a mod called Alien Biomes. It looks great. Um, I mean, it really, the vanilla looks more like, green, and it has very boring terrains, but the alien terrains has all sorts of bizarre, varied terrains. It makes the game feel a lot more alien. But yeah, I've been adding this train network here, and the idea is to have these giant city blocks, and I'm going to have 4 stops per block, and then these junctions, and I'll put like 4 different type of things in the 4 quarters of a block. That's the idea. Yeah, I'm still working on it. The trains are getting to the point where um, uh, they well, it's really cool. You can set up these whole train networks that go far out, get supplies from somewhere far away, bring them in. But if you want to have like more than one train coming and going all the time, and you want to have train more than one train for everything coming and going all the time, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of trains cluttering up the works, and they're gonna be waiting for each other. You know, they'll be sitting around in the way. So what I've been up to instead of just adding more trains and hoping they don't all get stuck on each other is here's my nuclear plant. I'll show that off later. But yeah, check it out. I've been working on this new train thing. It's this one. So I got this one guy's blueprint set called HTN. It's like half a less or something like that. And he's made a really cool train blueprint set already. And it's got some things that I didn't like though. Like whenever the way his works is he'll have supply stations and request stations, and he'll have a pretty basic depot where they all sit around. Like you'll chain a whole bunch of these. But the problems that I didn't like is like as soon as one supply is ready for one type of train, it'll send a signal across the depot. All the trains will go out, and they'll just get stuck, and they'll have to wait on each other. So you have to create these things called stackers. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have stackers everywhere. A lot of the people that are using the blueprints the way they're designed for his, they stack. You gotta have stacking areas all over the place. It seems like because quite often more than one train will try to go to the same place, and then they'll just kind of they have to sit somewhere. So what I've been doing is trying to make my own train circuitry with a really sophisticated smart depot where they'll sit in the depot, and as soon as there's a supply or demand, it'll only send one. It won't send extra trains. It'll just send just enough trains to meet the needs at the moment. And it's not done yet. I'm gonna do a better video on it when it's closer to being finished, but it's quite far along already. It basically involves having a lot more simple requesters and suppliers. They're a lot slimmed down from the HTN one, but there's a few extra needs. Like check it out. I don't know if that's an up-to-date one, but yeah, this one should be up to date. So if there's nothing to do and there's supply available and there's nowhere to deliver it, it'll go back to the depot. But if there is some requester waiting for a delivery, I'll have the ability to basically skip that depot by having an extra stop. That's one of the tricks. And this programming for this depot is crazy. Check this out. I'm gonna do another video explaining all of this later. But yeah, this is what I'd call a smart depot. It's got quite a lot of programming here to organize these trains, make sure that they only go out for when they're definitely needed, and doesn't send any extras out. But yeah, all these circuits are crazy. Basically, this whole area here, this is a memory cell, and all these lanes here are basically to increment it whenever. This is for the demand side. This whole block is for demand side. Whenever a new station has demand, it'll come off this network here, it'll go up this path and add one into the memory cell. And whenever something has taken care of that demand, it will go up this route here, and it will decrement this once, so it won't send any extras. And this whole area here is the same sort of scenario, but for the supply side. And this is really cool. It sends a signal for each type of supply that you could be needing to send something out for, one tick at a time. So I'll get into that in the other video because some of this is pretty complicated. But yeah, I haven't stacked all these together yet. Like these are supply circuits and this is demand circuit. I got to put them all per lane, and I got to make sure that some of these wires don't cross over, which they are going to until I redesign it a little bit. Yeah, these are all sorts of other experiments. Yeah, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff with circuits on this game. It's really amazing what you can pull off with these. They do, each of them do little operations. Like this one here will check each signal. If it's less than 0, if it is, it sends it. Otherwise, it doesn't. And they do all sorts of stuff. This one multiplies everything by -1. This one here takes the low word of a double word, and this one here shifts the high word of a double word down to the low word. So that's how you can send two values over one line and split them. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with this. It's amazing. But I'm still working on that, so it's not done. But yeah, when it's done, I'm going to integrate it into my train network here. I'm going to put out a better video explaining how it works. Try and get some people to help, beta test it and figure out the shortcomings, because there's bound to be issues. But I'll worry about that later. That's what I'm working on, though. Yeah, this game's amazing, though. I'm loving it. It's such a change of pace from Ark, where the whole game on Ark is just so damn buggy that, like, 80% of success on Ark is just figuring out how to navigate the hundreds of bugs that will constantly kill your tames, kill your characters, lose your characters, destroy your base. I mean, there's so many things wrong with Ark that it's a damn minefield. By contrast, this game is it's really just so user-friendly. It's such a joy to just tinker on the mechanics of the game and just play with how you can automate stuff. It's more fun than you'd think. Yeah, check it out. This is a unloading train that's unloading ore. It goes in here, it gets smelted, goes along these belts, comes into this train, gets loaded up, and then watch. As soon as it's got enough, it's almost there. As soon as it hits 4,000. Or 8,000 total. Come on, hurry up. I'm trying to make a video here. Okay, there we go. And then it takes off. It just came over here. There's other spots where it could unload, but this is apparently the closest one that it's ready. So it's unloading. This is going to be a mass green circuits production spot. This blueprint here I got from off the internet. It's pretty busy, and it's not fully built out. Some of these aren't in place yet. These here basically amplify the effect of nearby buildings, but some of them aren't actually in yet. I'll worry about it later. But yeah, it's already producing a crap ton of these green circuits, which I was running low on in my main base. You gotta be careful not to get run over by trains, because they will hit you. And you will die. But yeah. There was a mod I had on here to have helicopters. I don't know where I parked the helicopter, though. But yeah, this is great. Looks like I'm out of copper, big time. Where's my copper train? Yeah, but like a lot of this game is just trying to figure out what's gone wrong with your supply lines. It's a lot more fun than you'd think. Here's my copper train. Where is it going? Oh, I think I turned this one off. That's why it's not working. Anyway, yeah, I haven't been playing this map lately. I've just been tinkering with my train designs. But yeah, this game's great. I can't recommend it enough. It's totally a different kind of game, though. It's not necessarily for everybody. It seems like most of the people who are into this game are borderline autistic or geniuses. And I'm trying to like crack into that high IQ gamer base. It's way different than the other games I've played, but it is really cool. You can do a lot of stuff with it. It's kind of like Minecraft with the redstone. These circuits, you can get crazy with them, but they take up way less space than redstone on Minecraft. Redstone, it can be really bulky. Like each one of these type of devices. Like if you wanted to do a bit shifter or an AND gate or something like that, it would take up quite a bit more space. It would take a lot of blocks. But each one of these, they take up the same amount of space regardless of their operation. But you can't really combine certain operations into one. Like if you want to multiply everything by the negative of another signal, you can't do it once. You gotta multiply it by a signal. You gotta multiply the signal by -1, then multiply that. And you gotta split things up. So you end up getting quite a lot of these combinators. But you can still cram them pretty tight. Like this block here, it does a lot. It does a lot of logic here, more than you'd think. Smart depot. And then per lane you'll need 8, or 9 actually, because that one there. Anyway, that's a nice introduction to the game. I recommend it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'll probably get back into Arc at some point. Hopefully the transfers are working again. But yeah, I've kind of gotten bored on Arc. I've played the crap out of it for 2 or 3 years now, so I wanted to try something new, and this is definitely a lot of fun. Hopefully this recording has worked, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'll do another video in the future soon here once I got my train network ready for testing. I'll put out some blueprints if anyone wants to play around with it. Yeah, you can have at it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you later.